Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
All right. It's Wayne with HalfTheFlip.com. It's Friday the 11th. Not a bad day today. Came down here, started knocking it out pretty early. I wanted to get more done. Same common theme I say every time. I had to run to the store today, so I got 30 photos done. I got, of course, my same morning routine every morning to get stuff released from my unsold and my drafts, to keep constantly adding new stuff into the store every day consistently. It's definitely working. Again, who knows, but it's definitely working in my second store. Besides taking the price down, some of the stuff that I have in there is definitely like mall brands and stuff like that, and I had it too high, which I knew that. So I was counteracting it with sales, and I wasn't doing as well as I thought I was going to be. So I did some research on some of the brands, the major brands, and what they're going for currently. And I gotta compete with the market. So like all the time, everything changes. So as of right now, it's the lower end stuff is selling extremely low. So I've shifted my total cost down between running a promoted sale and a final sale discounts to equal right around a 50% mark, which is very competitive with the current selling cost of what I have in that store. So I'm not disappointed. I'm selling more, and I'm selling enough more to counteract it being at a 50% sale. And I've constantly have sales every day now in that one store, and I've raised it from 40% lower than I was the following month up to 23% higher than what I was 30 days ago. So it's working. I'm happy. I got 8 sales, or excuse me, I am shipping 8 packages today. 5 from the new store, 2 from the old store. So I keep working in the new store. Nothing's kickstarting it. So it's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm moving a lot of the older inventory of lesser value out of my first store and into my second store, and keeping a higher valued goods into that store. So, and my second store is just women's clothing, so I have everything in my first store. So between hard goods and solid goods and clothing, and I have a lot of stuff in there, stuffed animals and toys, and it's my catch-all. And I think as time progresses and the more that I add into the mix is when I'll add different stores into my pocket, so that they are definitely targeted directly to either a certain genre or a certain gender. That way, when you're in there looking at a blouse, everything in that whole store you can look at, and hopefully that'll help boost sales all in one shop. So and I don't have it running right now, but I'll switch it back on. It definitely seems the more promotions you run that's available for you on eBay, the more eBay likes it, and will definitely shove that stuff up front. So a bundle deal is definitely something I need to turn on to that I don't have on. It's normally what I had running on in that store. Higher price, the better bundle deal. That way you kind of got drawn in. You got the good deal if you bought 4 items. I had it a couple times where people took advantage of it and really got good deals. And I think it's just too much for the consumer to wrap their head around, except for the few that have bought it. I've definitely got a better response by lowering the price and having those people have just the one-offs at a decent price. So happy with it. I'm gonna grow that one. I keep throwing stuff in it every day. I got another 50 drafts ready to release in that store. Today I've shot both stores, so out of that 30, I laid out 50 to do, and it just didn't happen. So I just ran out of time for right now. I only have really an allotted time that I can get down here. My wife works second shift, so in the evening times I have the baby. My mom comes when my older kids are in school and watches the baby so that I can work down here. So I get about 5 hours really that I have to work down here, and that's if I don't do anything else that's related to here. So no different than the other day I had to mow, and you know, she's only here for 5 hours. If I want to mow, I gotta mow, so I'm not dragging the baby around with me while I'm mowing. So of course that takes, you know, an hour and a half out of that 5. Laundry's down here and everything else, but everyday struggles for everyday people all the time. So it's nothing new. So I definitely feel better today than I did yesterday. I am sitting down and cranking out stuff, and that's just what I got to do. It's patience. I know it just gets a little overwhelming sometimes. No big deal. We're gonna pound it out. We're gonna get this stuff done. We're gonna get it out there, and we're just gonna keep raising. So it's definitely not the speed that I wanted to. I don't know if I can get it. Am I physically get it done the way I wanted it to be done, as fast as I wanted it to be done. It was extremely easy when you first start. 100 to 200's easy, 200 to 400's easy, 400 and 800 gets a little struggler. But once you get into the thousands, 1,000 to 2,000 takes some time. I'm at, you know, 2,500 to 5,000 takes some time. So it's not like I can bust it all out in a day, a week, you know, a month. So it gets a little overwhelming when you've seen it constantly increase, and now the amount of volume that's coming in is about the same amount of volume that I'm taking out, and I'm not getting the numbers that would be great to be able to hire somebody else in to help start moving that process further along. It'll get there, I have no doubt. Everything that I've set up, I've designed to have employees and be able to do this. I just have to get there. Really, we're only in a year, a little over a year, you know, year and 5 months, and every dime that was made from here was put back in until about 7 months ago. So can't look back. It would have been really nice to be able to have another 5 or 6 months that I could have dumped more money into it, but it is what it is. I'm here. I'm going to deal with what I got to deal with and adjust to what I need to do to ensure that I can continue with my growth here. I just wish I had a ton of time, or better yet, if I could manage my time better. That's why I need to hammer in that schedule so that I could stick to a schedule and not feel as if I have all the time in the world. But we're dealing with it, we're doing it, we're getting it done. I'm gonna get off, we're gonna pull these, get them done, and enjoy the rest of the day. It's supposed to be like 85 tomorrow. I'm ready. Later.
Unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end, and here we are. So if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to continue to follow my journey, make sure you subscribe. So until then, I'll catch you on the flip side. Good night. Goodbye. See you later. Toodaloo.